Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to be talking about villages and how to find them. And this is extremely important and interesting because there's tons of stuff about villages that not many people know or understand. So hopefully I can explain it to you guys this episode. I might not be able to cover it all, but let's get straight into it. Straight to the crafting table. I prepared some stuff earlier for this little adventure. You want to just bring the basics and yep. I've pretty much got the basics, but I do need some food. So let's go ahead and chuck this wheat in the crafting table. 3 wheat across the bottom will make me some bread. 21 bread, that'll do me perfectly fine. Thank you very much. And I guess to start, what you have to do before you go looking for a village is understand the basics. Now there's a few really simple concepts that you can do to find a village. If you're cheating, there is a few easier ways, and I'll quickly go over them. The first way would be to make a super flat world with the same seed as the current world you're on, and then you just run around, find the village on the super flat world, and then you just write down the coords and then come back to this world and see if you can find it. It doesn't work all the time, because villages only spawn in certain biomes. They only spawn in plains biomes, desert biomes I think it is. And maybe beaches? I've got to think about that actually. So plains biomes is a definite one. And the ones that spawn in plain biomes are like... They're made differently. So if a village spawns in a plain biome, it's made out of oak wood and planks, cobblestone, stone stairs, that type of stuff. And if the village spawns in a desert biome, it spawns in with smooth sandstone. Smooth, why did I say that weird? And normal sandstone and sandstone slabs, sandstone stairs, and that's instead of the cobblestone and stuff that spawns in the plains biome. And I think... what else is there? There was another type. I remember in one of the biomes that gravel roads sometimes spawn, and we're just kind of running out into the wilderness now. I just picked a direction, I'm just running, hoping to run into a village sometime soon. And yeah, so the other type of village, and I'm pretty sure it's plains biomes, has the gravel roads. Yeah, I'll just go with that option. Whatever. Come here, piggy! Come here, I'll smack you with my bread. I want some pork chops. Give me it. Yeah, all mine. Probably should have used my sword. But you know, who really cares about using the sword when you're killing pigs? They don't fire back. What are you looking at? Huh? Look what I read in chat a while ago. I love chicken. I do love chicken. So I've got to get this chicken. Thank you very much. Alright. So, now that I've explained the cheating way to find a village, which is super flat world with the same seed, I am now going to tell you the way I'm going to do it. And I basically pick a direction and then only look in the biomes where they can spawn. See, this is... what is biome is this? Plains. So a village could potentially spawn in this biome. So I'm going to explore this biome, and if I don't find one, I'm going to quickly run through the other biomes around it until I find another plains or desert biome. Because there's no point looking in snow biomes and jungles, because villages don't really spawn there, so there's no point looking in it. You just got to look in this biome and go, no, looks like nothing's here. I'll just quickly keep walking through all the shitty biomes until I find another plains or desert biome. It's as simple as that, guys. And it's probably going to take me a while, so I'm probably going to have to cut it. Because they are really rare to spawn. The villages, I guess they're not extremely rare. But in the time it takes me to find it, it'll probably take me 10 to 20 minutes of walking. And that'll take up the whole episode. So I'm probably going to cut it if I don't come across one really soon. Looks like I'm out of luck. Turning into a desert biome, let's go into there. We might find a sandstone village, because they're exactly the same. It doesn't really make a difference. Let's come on, let's go. Alright, I think it's about time to cut the video, and I'll be back once I've found a village. Brrr. Alrighty guys, after walking for about 700 blocks in the Z-axis, I have found a village, and it's right behind me. Bam! Look at it! It's actually an amazing village, and I got really lucky. Because the buildings that spawn in the villages, see these? These are actually randomly generated, kind of. And see how it's a bit dodgy, like it doesn't look that good, but it is really rare to get this many buildings. Sometimes you'll get a village with maybe no farms and just one building and two shitty villagers walking around. Or sometimes you get a village like this, which is totally pimped out. It's got a bunch of houses. It's got a... Is that a church? It might be a church. I'm not as familiar with the sandstone version of the buildings, but I know that is a blacksmith right there. So we'll check that out in a second. And here we have a library, I believe it is. Bookshelves will definitely come in handy. And of course, the sexy looking villagers with their massive noses. Look at that. And we can trade him some wheat if we had some for some emeralds. But I'll get into that a bit later. I want to talk about the buildings more first. So they are totally random, depending on how your world generates. And see, here's a well. There's the farms. And the main one I want to talk about is the blacksmith, because that is the best one to get. Not only do you get lava here, if you just started a world, it's good to have some lava up near you. You also get a chest that spawns. Oh, hello there. Right here, in the back of the blacksmith, there is always a chest here. And I haven't looked in it yet, but I'm sure there'll be something good. Come on. Alright, so we got an apple, some iron, some more bread, and some oak saplings. That's pretty much generally what you get, but sometimes you will get some diamonds in there. So it is actually really good if you do happen to get a couple of rare diamond spawns. So I was hoping for diamonds, but whatever. Fuck you, game. We got some iron, that's good enough. We needed some boots anyway, that's pretty good. And if you did get lucky, you could have got more than one blacksmith spawning in your village. But I only got one, but still, that's still better than nothing. And the library will be extremely useful for next episode, because I'll probably knock down those bookshelves and set up an enchanting table next episode. Tell me what you think about that, guys, in the comments. If you want me to use these bookshelves for an enchanting table, and I can talk about enchanting next episode, which there's tons of things to cover and tons of little tips, so I think that'll be a good one. But let's continue on the villages. So, they randomly spawn in the town, depending on how many doors you have. See here, this door here, this would count as one home. So more villagers would spawn depending on how many of those homes there are. And there's different types of villagers. So the first one right here is called a farmer villager. And this is pretty much the normal. This is what will spawn the most. And they trade stuff like wheat for emeralds, and fish for emeralds, and string, I don't know, useless stuff like that. They're alright, gravel and emeralds for flint. That is extremely useless, no one will do that, but, you know, all the trades aren't perfect. Most of them will be wheat for emeralds, and that's a terrible way into a house, whoever designed that. I'll try and find another villager, because there is more than one type. I think I saw one in here. He's legged it, he's not here anymore. Here we go. Nope, I think I heard something. I'm hearing zombies. Are you hearing zombies? Zombies are the arch enemies of the villagers, and they will actually kill all the villagers, so you got to be really careful and protect your villagers from zombies. But here we go. This one is a librarian, I believe, and he trades for stuff like books and compasses and things like that. And where was the other one? Over here? That's the librarian. This is the priest. So yeah, this must be a church, this building. And see, he trades for stuff like ores and gold. Let's get in there, have a look. So this is the church. I believe there's nothing in a church. No, not really, but it is a church, and that's why a priest spawned, I'm guessing. They might still spawn even if there is no church, but, you know, I think they're more likely to spawn if there's a church when it gets randomly generated. Probably when it gets randomly generated, the priest automatically spawns in it. That'd be my guess. I'm still hearing mobs. Why am I hearing mobs? They're gone now. Okay, that's a bit weird. I'm going to be right back, guys, and try and work out why I'm hearing mobs here. Because I don't want anything to die while I'm recording. Be right back. Well, guys, I had a quick look around and I couldn't find where that spider and villager were hiding out, but I guess they must be under the ground somewhere, so who knows, there might be a spawner or something, and I can cover that in a future episode as well. But for now, let's just continue talking about the villages. I've gone over the different types of buildings and half the villages, but I saw a good looking one down here we haven't talked about, right there. This is the blacksmith villager, and he is the best for trading, because he can give you armor, as well as enchanted stuff. So enchanted pickaxes. Let's go ahead and trade him. Chain boots. So That's not that useful. Chain boots aren't that good if you go back to my armor episode, but it is pretty much the only way to get chain boots, so if you do want to look pimp in your single player world, you might want to trade 5 emeralds for a pair of chain booties. And yeah, so here's the blacksmith, and he can spawn even if there isn't a blacksmith in your village, but as I said, I think he randomly generates with the blacksmith. And yep, there's the farmer, there's the librarian, there's the priest. I've gone over what they trade. I think that's pretty much all of them. Is there any more? I think there's a butcher villager, and he looks exactly like this but with a white apron on. But I can't seem to find any. But it doesn't matter, I don't even know what they trade anyway. I'm pretty sure it's just general food, like steak and stuff like that. So it's not that useful and we don't really need one. And who knows, they might actually breed, because villagers can breed with each other if there is enough doors. And luckily enough, there is enough doors in this village. I can see that this is a fairly big one. And does this have a door on this house? Oh, there's more farms down here. We've hit the jackpot, guys. Time to talk about the farms. It's turning night time. Probably time to talk about the zombies. Anyway, at night time, all the villagers will go inside of their houses. See, like that? He ran inside. And that is because the zombies within a 30 block radius of the village will be attracted to it, and they will come and try and kill us. Oh, are you stuck, buddy? I'll help you, I'll help you. Get out of there, bro. It's night time, the zombies are coming. It's a terrible hiding spot, you noob. Oh my god. He's terrible. Run. Run, buddy, run. You can do it. You trading anything good? No, you can do. No, I didn't mean to trade. Get out of here. Go. Hop in, hop in. Good job, buddy. See, that was the librarian and he went into the library. I don't know if they are programmed to do that or if that was a fluke. Let's see if the priest is in here, shall we? The priest is in here, as well as 40 farmers, so they're like chilling out in the church. Alright, so I haven't seen any zombie. Here we go, here we go. There's a zombie, and he will go and attack the front door of the house to try and get the villager inside. See that? You can hear the knocking on the door. Bam, bam. He's going to break through that door eventually and kill the villager. So, whoop, we can't have that, so we've got to save the villager by killing the zombies. And they don't die before I loaded this chunk, but now that I've loaded the chunk, all the villagers are in danger. So I've got to actually protect them now. So I'm just going to be keeping an eye on that while explaining the rest of this. Now, I remember when this villagers first got introduced to the game, there could actually be zombie apocalypses. And randomly, at some random night, if I was in this village, like 40 zombies could spawn around the village and charge it all at once and just demolish everything and kill everyone. And that randomly happened. And of course, there's not much you could do to protect from it. Even if you were killing them all like crazy, they would still kill most of your villagers. But that is why iron golems were introduced to the game. And iron golems, they spawned in the village when there was a certain amount of villagers. I don't know the exact amount off the top of my head, but it's approximately like 20 or something like that. Let's just say. And when your village gets to that population, randomly iron golems will spawn in your town. What the hell? How am I lagging on single player? That's never happened before. Did you see that? The chops were like, it didn't fill up my hunger. Anyway, so I've explained that. The random zombie apocalypse. I'm not sure if it still happens, if they took it out in a recent patch or what, but it should still happen. And of course, iron golem spawning when there's a certain amount of villagers. And you can actually make iron golem farms, because when you kill them, they drop a rose and some iron. So it's a really good way of farming up some iron and roses. But I do have to say that it's not really that good, to be honest. I have built an iron golem farm before to get some iron, and by the time that you've built that iron golem farm, you could have got more iron just by digging into the ground and finding it yourself. So it is kind of a waste of time. Let's gather up these bookshelves here, because we'll be using these probably next episode when I cover enchanting. And so yeah, I just really wanted to tell you that, because I know a lot of you are going to suggest build an iron golem farm, and I might do that far in the future. But it takes a ton of time, like hours and hours of time. It takes a ton of resources, and I would personally not even recommend it, because it's quicker just digging into the ground and finding your own iron. It's as simple as that, guys. Alright, what to cover next? Alright, let's cover... We should probably cover zombies a bit more. If the zombie was to break into that house and hit the villager, it would actually turn the villager into a zombie villager. And the zombie villagers are exactly the same as normal zombies, but they look a bit different. They have that funny nose, and that's how you can tell they're a zombie villager. Oh, fucking creepers. Don't blow up my farms, bitch! Yep, let's go for another hit. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, I got that second hit in there. There's a fully armored skeleton over there. Let's leave him alone. And so, yeah, if a zombie was to get in here, he would attack this villager, turn him into a zombie villager, and basically the zombie villagers just look a bit different. But the other difference is that you can convert them back to villagers. And how you convert them back to normal villagers is... Oh, where's the knocking? Where's the knocking coming from? There's a villager in danger. No, bro, I'll save you! Holy shit, there's a lot of them! Get out of there. No, don't blow up my house, creeper! Oh, he's about to break in! Oh, shit! No! Don't break in! Even though I'm telling you how to... Even though I was just explaining that you can convert villagers from zombie villagers back into normal villagers, it doesn't mean I recommend you letting them get turned, because it is actually a lot harder. What you need is a potion of... I think it was weakness? You need a splash potion of weakness. I'll be covering potions in a future episodes, but I'm just explaining it for now. So you need a splash What are we playing, Pokemon here? We need a splash potion of weakness, and we need to throw it onto the zombie villager. And then when the zombie villager has been hit with the potion, you then need to feed it a regular golden apple. And then, if you are successful in turning it back into a normal villager, you'll hear a certain noise. It's like a weird noise. But not many people do that, because feeding it golden apples and splashing it with splash potion of weaknesses isn't usually worth it if you have villagers like this, because they'll breed by themselves anyway. So you usually just kill it and you don't give a shit. But the reason why you might want to convert villagers from zombie villagers to normal villagers is because... Is there another zombie? Is that serious? Is because you might not be able to find a village in your normal world. And if you can't find a village, you might be able to find a zombie villager randomly spawn. When a zombie spawns, it has a 5% chance to become a zombie villager. So let's have a look around here and see if we can find anyone. They're all normal zombies. But yeah, as I said, there's a 5% chance you'll actually get a zombie villager spawn randomly in your map. So if you're caving somewhere and you see one, you could actually cure him, turn him into a normal villager, and you could create your own village without having to find one randomly spawned in the map like this. So that is the only reason why I'd suggest actually curing the zombie villagers and turning them into normal villagers, is for that exact reason, because you might not be able to find a village and you might want to start your own somewhere random. Alright. There's so much to cover this episode. Let's nom some more food. Hope it turns daytime soon, because I'm sick of protecting these villages. Let's talk about the farms. And there's something especially good about farms that you might have realised. Carrots. Look at that, guys. We get free carrots here. And the only other way to get carrots is by killing zombies, funny enough. Zombies seem to be the key of everything to do with villages. There's some gunpowder. See, this is normal wheat, so that's alright. Who really cares about a farm like that? The good stuff is here. Look at this. Potatoes, guys. Potatoes, I'm pretty sure you can only get from villagers. You might be able to get them as a rare drop from zombies, but you've seen how many zombies I've killed. I haven't got any potatoes or carrots. So that's why finding a village is extremely useful, because now I have potatoes and carrots. And you plant them exactly the same as you do normal stuff. So you plant them like this. Let's plant 2 carrots there and 2 potatoes. You can watch them grow up. And they'll just grow up more and more. And if I was to break it now, I'd get 1 carrot. So I'd get my carrot back. But if I break it when it's fully grown up, I'll get like 2 to 3 carrots. Same with potatoes. So it's extremely good way of getting easy food. And this is actually my favourite food, carrots, because they're extremely easy to farm and you don't need to cook them or anything. You can cook the potatoes into baked potatoes, but carrots, I just like to nom them, and I'll probably be using carrots from now on, guys. My food of choice is carrots, and I officially support that. They're the best food in this game for me. Oh, fuck you, creeper. No one likes you anyway. Here we go, some more carrots. So let's farm these up, and we'll plant them again so we can get some more back. Bam, 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 bam. See how easy it was to get 40 carrots? I didn't have to cook anything. It's just so easy. Alright. So all the villagers came back out. It's daytime. What else do I need to cover? Covered buildings, covered the different villages, covered the different farms, covered turning villages from zombies to normal. I need a second to think, guys. Let's stare into the sky and think. Got it, guys. I got it. Just needed a time to think. If the villagers have a baby, the babies can actually run around the village and play tag. If there's more than one baby villager, they will actually start to chase each other and randomly go in and out of houses and run around the town. So that's a fun little fact you guys didn't know. And if this baby villager was to get turned by a zombie, they would turn into a baby zombie villager, which are extremely rare because normally you don't see that many baby villagers, and normally the baby villagers wouldn't get turned because they run really quick and they can run in and out of houses, and they usually don't get turned. But if they do, they stay small for the lifetime. They never grow up, so they turn into baby zombie villagers permanently, and they stay small unless they're cured, of course. And what the difference between them and the normal zombie villagers is that they don't burn in sunlight, so they can run around in daytime. They have a speed increase, so they run faster than normal zombies, so that makes them more dangerous. They are also smaller, so they're harder to hit, so that gives them another PvP advantage, or PvE versus PvE advantage. PV fucking me advantage, I don't care. It gives them advantage against killing you. That's what I'm trying to get across there. And yeah, they can wear armor as well, and it gets shrinked to the size of them. So if we do happen to find a baby one that gets turned, we'll throw it some armor so you can see it getting shrunk down to size. That's pretty interesting. So I thought I'd cover that. And I'm pretty sure they can't spawn naturally, guys. They do have to get turned. That's why they're rare. What else is there to talk about? There's something that I haven't really experimented much about, but I have heard about. So I will talk about it, and you guys can probably look it up in some more detail later. And that is that you have popularity in the village. If I was to, let's just say, trade a villager, my popularity would go up. So let's see if we can trade any of them. Let's trade one of them. We'll gather up some wheat, and we'll trade the villager. So let's quickly knock down this, get some wheat. Oh, wasn't meant to jump on that. Let's see what we can trade. This guy's a good 19, we can do that. So let's trade 19 wheat for this 1 emerald. Just like that. And see how we got the emerald out of that. If you keep trading and you can actually get more trades, and you click this button to switch between them. And seeing as I traded that guy, my popularity would have gone up. If this is even true. I haven't experimented properly, but yeah, so if I trade with villagers, my popularity goes up. I think you might have to trade with the last... See how it went up after a short amount of time? Now I can trade an emerald for 6 apples. I'm not going to do that, but I could do that. And if I was to get to the last trade of this villager, so right to the end, he does get capped. I think it's at like 5 or something. I don't know the exact number. When you get to the end, if I was to trade him, my popularity would go up by 1, I believe it is. And if I was to attack a villager, my popularity would go down by 1. Killing a villager, my popularity would go down by 2. And attacking a villager child, it'll go down by 3. And killing a villager's iron golem, the iron golems who randomly spawn in this town, that would actually reduce my popularity by 5. Now, you may be asking, what the fuck does popularity have to do with anything? I've never heard of this. How does that affect me? But what I believe it does is if you go too far into the negative popularity of a town, iron golems will actually start to attack you. Yep, that's right, guys. I haven't seen it happen personally, but I have read about this, and iron golems are supposed to attack you if your popularity in the town is too low. So, that's why you don't want to be killing off your villagers. You wouldn't want to kill them anyway, but just say, I was to kill them off and there was an iron golem here, he would probably attack me, because my popularity would go down. I think it can go down to a maximum of -30, and it can go up to a maximum of +10. That's how the popularity system works. And then now that I think about it, you only gain popularity if you trade them on their last trade, like when you get all the way to the end. Trading them now actually didn't give me any popularity. I'm pretty sure it starts at 0 popularity anyway. There might be a small animation of stuff falling off you when your popularity goes up. It might be love hearts or something, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. Make sure to look that up if you are interested in the popularity side of things. And I'm pretty sure that's it. I think I've covered everything about villages. Yeah, that's it. Do you want to keep trading them a bit more? See if we can get some better trades? I guess the main one I want is just emeralds, and the easiest way to get it is just trading them wheat. For some reason they want wheat, even though I'm stealing their own wheat and giving it to them. But whatever! Let's go. Oh, more carrots. Goody goody. I love the carrots. And we'll continue to plant these as well, because we want to keep growing them. And we'll probably turn this into our base from now on. Everything I left back at my old spawn, I'll go and grab it off camera, and I'll bring it over here and turn this into my main base. Probably build a wall around it at some stage. Pimp it out, light it up so zombies can't spawn in here. And I'll try and get some iron golems to spawn even. That'll be really good. Alright, so I forgot to mention one little thing that I thought I'd just add in randomly somewhere in the video. And that is, if villagers do get damaged, the best way to heal them is actually to trade them. If you complete a trade with them, they will actually be healed, guys. They get 10 seconds of regeneration, which give them 8 health points or 4 hearts. So that's an extremely useful way of healing villagers. If you see that they got damaged a lot, just go and chuck them a trade and they'll regenerate themselves. Alright guys, back to the video you were watching. And don't forget to tell me if you want me to continue with enchanting next episode by making my enchanting table. And I'll probably build it in... Oh, what the fuck? How are you spawning in there, bro? Get out! I don't want you to blow up because then I have to rebuild the building. You piece of shit! Fuck you! End of the episode. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you want to support the series. And I'll see you later. I already said that. Bye!